You close the round, the capital is sitting in the bank, but the clock starts immediately. Every day you spend without the engineers required to build your product is simply runway burned on operational overhead. To actually deploy that capital effectively, you need specialists. You need cloud architects, cybersecurity engineers for compliance, and AI developers to scale. If you choose the standard route of posting job descriptions and waiting for full-time hires, you are facing a 3 to 9 month sourcing cycle, time a venture-backed startup simply does not have. The common reaction is to turn to massive freelance marketplaces. You get incredible speed, but you rely entirely on unverified, self-written bios. Anyone can build a profile claiming technical mastery. This chart maps these options by comparing the time it takes to hire against the actual risk of a failed engagement. Traditional hiring sits in the low-risk zone, but extends far out on the timeline. It drains months of momentum before a single line of code is written. The massive freelance platforms sit at the extreme opposite. You can hire someone in days, but the risk of project failure spikes because the vetting is left entirely to the user. ExpertOnHire targets the space in between. It delivers rapid deployment while pushing the risk level down through active technical vetting. This model specifically addresses the talent scarcity in the rapid growth tech corridor spanning from Dubai and Abu Dhabi to Riyadh and Muscat, where capital is available but specialized technical talent is highly competitive. This creates a core choice for founders, relying on the massive talent pools of giant marketplaces or moving to a contained network backed by direct human oversight. To evaluate how these paths actually function, we have to look at the single largest point of friction in technical procurement, the vetting mechanism. This matrix breaks down mega platforms against ExpertOnHire. First, the matching mechanism. On a giant marketplace, matching relies on keyword scanning algorithms. It's an honor system based on a freelancer's self-written profile. ExpertOnHire replaces keywords with AI-weighted vetting, measuring actual proven technical skills to build the match. As a founder, you receive a curated shortlist of verified specialists capable of executing complex tasks like SaaS architecture, rather than sifting through hundreds of generic profiles. But there is a clear trade-off. Choosing ExpertOnHire means divvying up access to millions of freelancers and forfeiting the rock-bottom pricing found on giant platforms. When you are building core infrastructure on a ticking clock, the cost of a 6-week delay caused by a cheap but unqualified developer often exceeds the premium of a vetted hire. Finding the right talent is only the start. Once the contract begins, the daily operational reality of managing the project takes over. Returning to the matrix, let's look at ongoing support and workflow. When issues arise on a mega platform, disputes route to automated ticket queues. ExpertOnHire uses direct founder access, meaning you and the expert can reach the core team directly to resolve issues. This provides context-aware problem-solving from real people who monitor your engagements, rather than waiting for a chatbot to interpret a generic policy. This high-touch oversight is designed specifically for high-value technical engagements. Consequently, the boutique model is not built to process $50 microgigs. To maintain project standards, ExpertOnHire requires specific workflows: built-in video conferencing for interviews, manage projects on their dashboard, and milestone-based escrow to release funds. Centralizing these legal and financial overheads reduces project risk, though it does require your team to adopt an external proprietary dashboard for the project duration. As a startup moves past the prototype phase and into active scaling, talent requirements often expand beyond a single hire. This leads to the final metric, the scale and flexibility of the engagement. ExpertOnHire utilizes a dual architecture. You can hire an individual specialist for a specific task or assemble a complete multidisciplinary technical team simultaneously. This allows a founder to scale an entire technical department in days, bypassing the administrative burden of managing dozens of disjointed freelance contracts across different sites. Managing a full technical team remotely through an external platform requires different oversight skills than integrating a full-time in-house team sitting in the same office. For founders prioritizing immediate deployment over traditional corporate structures, running an external team on a unified platform provides a path to rapid execution. ExpertOnHire operates as a technical procurement tool, prioritizing specific project outcomes over general freelancer listings. The platform functions on the premise that technical talent acquisition is a high-stakes partnership, requiring human accountability rather than high-volume automation. This quadrant chart maps which companies should adopt this model, weighing budget constraints against the combined demand for speed and quality assurance. Pre-revenue, bootstrapped founders with minimal capital, or large enterprise HR departments with established internal recruiting teams will likely find their needs met elsewhere. However, seed and Series A founders sit in the upper right quadrant. These companies have the funding but lack the time to wait for traditional hiring or the risk tolerance for unvetted marketplaces. This is a practical fit for founders in MENA tech hubs. When you need verified heavyweights in Riyadh or Dubai immediately, waiting for the local market to catch up puts your funding cycle at risk. With the funding secured, the primary variable for market success is now the speed of execution. Having a full technical team instantly assembled allows your product development to rapidly accelerate the moment capital is deployed. In environments where a 6-month delay or failed hire can halt a company's momentum, trading sheer volume for a concierge, vetted platform aligns the hiring process with the urgency of a funded startup.